There are green matches on my bank feed. Can I click them? We get it. We love seeing Xero do its job and make our lives easier too. And we know that the temptation can be that we see a page full of little green boxes that are just begging to be ticked off and we want to get it done. Or maybe you have a bookkeeper and you see something that's sitting there unmatched, unreconciled, and you're like, I know exactly what that is. Surely it can be dealt with. But should you? Now, sometimes, of course, and a lot of the time, the answer is absolutely yes. But we have identified 5 times when you may want to just check a little further before getting too click happy. Firstly, the box is green, but there's a message saying other possible matches found. Now, most of the time, this means there is another bill from the same supplier for the same amount, and probably reoccurs every month. Might be your phone bill, subscriptions. So even though one is showing up, you just want to check that you're matching the right month to the right bill. And obviously it's probably the earliest outstanding one. It could also be that you invoice customers for the same amount. And so Xero has matched up one of the invoices outstanding, but actually, is it with the right customer who's paid in? And obviously that one's quite important to get right because you don't want to be chasing people for money if they've already paid you, or not chasing them if they haven't paid you. The second scenario is you might see money come into your bank, hooray, from a customer. You know you've invoiced them, but there isn't a green match showing up. Should you create the reconciliation? Something to think about is, has this customer maybe paid multiple invoices, or are they paying in installments? Because if you are raising all your invoices in Xero, then these do always need to be matched to the payment in the bank feed. So if this is the case, you'll want to click on find a match and then either select the multiple invoices that they're paying or split the invoice that they are paying in installments. Okay, number 3, money in from a customer doesn't match the invoice amount. So should we just create it? Again, similar to before, all of your sales should have individual sales invoices. So if the amount that's come in doesn't quite match the invoice, what's happened? Have they paid through a money collection service that's taken a fee? That's quite likely with things like Cardless, Stripe, PayPal. In that case, you will still want to find and match that invoice and then add in a bank charge to cover what has been deducted. What if you think, I know what this expense is, but the amount on the receipt doesn't match what's gone out of the bank? The most likely reason for this is that the original invoice is in another currency. So again, with a lot of your online subscriptions, they might be in euros or dollars, and obviously your bank is in pounds. And so Xero has come up with a kind of exchange rate, but it might be a little bit out. Or again, there might have been a bank charge for paying in a different currency. So again, you will want to find and match that transaction and either add a minor adjustment for a currency difference or a bank fee if you've been charged to make up the difference. Okay, big one. I know what this expense is. Why do I even need a receipt? Basically, because HMRC says so. An audit of your accounts, your tax return, your VAT return can be requested by them at any time. And if it turns out that you have been claiming things that cannot be proven with a so-called paper trail, they won't be too happy. And they could decide that you cannot have those expenses and actually you owe that money back to them. Most especially if you are VAT registered, this is really important because the VAT cannot be claimed back on an expense unless there is a receipt attached to prove that there was VAT charged on it. So you may know that the money you spent at Tesco was for fuel. But think about it, many of Tesco's other products, food, are VAT-free. So we do need to see the invoice, get it uploaded and match exactly what it was to prove what exactly it was you purchased. So that's it. Those are 5 reasons you may want to not get click happy. So now don't take all of this and think, oh, I guess it isn't that automated after all. It isn't worth using software. It really is. It's just that, like many things in life, you need to know what you're doing, do it properly, and then things will get easier and easier. If we do your bookkeeping for you, don't worry about this. We check for all of the above and more, and make sure your bookkeeping is always done correctly and come to you with any queries. If you do your own bookkeeping but feel that you would either like to outsource this to us or you would like a little help, then you can contact us, and we do provide Xero training courses, and we'd be really happy to help you get on top of it all.